Welcome back to my channel, guys. Another stairwell, another yarn. Why I think Thailand is going to explode in the future with so much infrastructure and condominiums and pricing and the way they've got it set up. So when you buy a condo here, it's actually a foreign-owned condo. 49% of every building, every developing, 49% of that can go into a foreign name. If you know how to transfer the money, for an example, shifting it from your home country to Thailand, whether you ship it through your Thai accounts to bank, it must be recognised coming through. You can't back pocket the money. And when I say back pocket the money, for an example, you can't take it through on a suitcase at the airport and declare it. It won't be recognised. It's got to come through a system, through Thai bank, your own Thai bank, at home to a Thai bank, your name in Thailand. And if you haven't got a Thai bank account set up for some reason, you need to find a trustworthy lawyer. I do know of one. If you want to take a chance that way, you can ask me in the comments and I can send it to you. When you buy a condo here and you sell it, the funds go straight into your bank. You can sometimes just get a cashier check. There's no drama. You cashier check, you can take your money home with you, declare it on the way through if you want, and it's yours. It's quite different to, people say, oh, Vietnam's better and this. In Vietnam, I was just reading the comments before on it, apparently when you sell a condo over there, it's got to be, you've got to shift the money back to your home country, which is quite brutal. It can be quite annoying. An inconvenience, and I know the Philippines very similar. So the security of buying and selling and so forth in Thailand is so much more appealing. The government here is very stable compared to other Southeast Asia countries that I know of anyway. The developing and people coming here, especially this year now, 2026, it's going to be huge as the West falls to pieces. And I can say that quite honestly. I'm a business owner, big business owner, and also got investments in the West. So I've got the right to sort of throw my 2 cents out there. And it's a shame when I was watching articles last night about a homeless guy in Australia, full-blown bogan Aussie, wanted emergency help, and he rang up, and apparently he was in a phone booth, bawling his eyes out, begging for accommodation for the night, just probably sick of sleeping on the street. And they said to him, are you a migrant? And he said, no, I'm an Aussie, I'm a bogan Aussie, I was born and bred Aussie, man. And they said, sorry, we only take in migrants for emergency housing. What the hell is going on in the West? What they are. And then the next article that pops up was 40% homeless up on the Gold Coast. Now, before we left to come to Thailand, we lived on the Gold Coast. I've been there for mostly all my life, nearly 25 years of it. I love the place. I watched it go from a fantastic LA strip, because it used to have, believe it or not, it used to have 24-hour shopping centres and Surface. I remember it had day clubs right through. You could party into the small hours of every day. The nightclubs were phenomenal. It was a real glitter strip. It was just full of celebrities, and watching the place go and just get ramsacked of corruption and just mayor after mayor just taking advantage of the place, and watching it slowly slip away. And then I thought, I'll just try and change the subject, so I keep on scrolling. Then this article pops up for UK. About 340,000 families have left there in the last 12 months. So I started Googling it. And I was gobsmacked of, wow, these people are leaving. It's actually brutal to watch. 340,000 families. So I put it into Google, how many families left Australia? Or people left Australia? 300,000 in 2025. What about small business? Just under 400,000 of them closed down. and they can't see the problem. They can't understand what's going on. They just don't care. As that sort of behaviour kicks in, this channel that I'm just started now, it will explode. It will explode. I will unlock so many, good morning, I'll unlock so many hidden secrets about relocating to Asia, how to make a positive place of income for you, give you so many ideas what's going on over here and what sort of lifestyle you can live. This guy commented yesterday, oh, your channel probably needs to go a different direction, Dale. And he's going to probably watch this. And everyone's done the Pattaya walk-arounds, and that was 7 years ago. Well, buddy, I was here in early 2000s. I know what I'm talking about, and I don't really, it's not a copycat. I did those walk-arounds to introduce my family and so forth. It's not for the income. I wanted to expose what my sense of humour and outlook was with my family. That's what those walk-arounds were doing. It wasn't to show the girls off or the bars or it wasn't that at all. It was more so people get familiar looking at my ugly mug, you know. And I did comment on him. I said to him, I got told the same thing going into business, yeah, about 10 years ago. This guy, I went to see them, and I said, oh, I just bought this little truck, you know. And he's like, why, Dale? Why? Oh, I'm going to give business a go myself. You know, I've been working for these big companies for so long. Oh, it's cutthroat. It's this. It's overpopulated with those trucks. Your competition's too busy. It won't work, Dale. It won't work. And I just spent basically every dollar I had on this truck outside, you know. And I walked out of there pretty deflated, you know. And then I sat there and went, you know what? This truck could be like 14 years old or whatever it was at the time. That's not going to discourage me. And I got home and I said to the wife, maybe I should just go back and work for a big company, you know. They're paying good money and put some money back in the bank. And what do you think? She goes, don't you doubt yourself. Don't you doubt yourself. So I thought, righto, okay. If she thinks, I'll just give it a crack. And I'm thinking, please don't break down because I've got no money to fix you, you know. And I keep working that truck from daylight to dusk, man. Under there with tyre wire and fixing things in the middle of the night for the next job in the morning. And that year, I put in 80 hours, nothing less, every week for the whole year. At the end of the year, I had money in the business account, I had a little bit of money saved, and coming to Christmas, we're ahead, but mate, that truck outside was tired. I was spending money on it, keeping it up to date, but I'm like, wow, I'm working really hard here, you know. And another truck come up. I actually inquired about a newer one, a little bit newer, and he's like, no, I don't want to sell it. So I made him an offer, and he's like, no. And then after Christmas, he rang me back. He's still interested. I went, oh no. Yeah. So I asked the wife, how much money you got in your savings? And I sucked all her money out of the business and her savings, and I went and bought this pump and number 2, and we started the year like literally 3,000 Australian in the bank, and head down. We're going again, and then I hired a couple of guys, and one guy, whether it was accident, I don't know, but he stuck the water in the wrong tank, and he stuck it in the hydraulic tank without telling me. And I noticed about 2 days later the gauge went all white and milky, the oil, and nearly blew the machine to pieces. I dropped it off to the shop, and he flushed the oil out of the hydraulic pumps and had to recondition the hydraulic pumps and this and flush the whole system. $26,000 later. That nearly put me under. That nearly sunk me. I was filthy. The two guys, the two labourers that were working for me, they wouldn't own up who did it, so I let both of them go and had to regroup and go again. But anyway, that's just business. We got past that stage and carried on, got another few more trucks and so forth, and made business work. So the guy who made that comment, on my YouTube about I'm probably going in the wrong direction. No, I'm not going in the wrong direction. This is the exact direction I want to go in. For the simple fact is, I want to tell the world, whoever wants to know my information on Thailand or business and so forth, that I tell how it is and my experiences. And I might not be the richest man in the world. I'm definitely not the poorest or low income, but I've got some serious life experiences, probably a lot more than the guy who commented about business and direction. And whether I've got 500 followers or subscribers or 200 or 50,000 or 500,000, I want to share one thing with you, and that's the truth. When I was coming to Asia to live, there was no truth. I don't want to call people liars, but man, they were just trying to find out legit informations on Thailand, buying condos, selling condos, how does it work, who owns them, what's the process, what do you have to do after you talk to an agent, this, what happens if I separate with my wife, all this sort of stuff. One guy commented this morning, appreciate your comment, but you're an idiot. He comments, he goes, oh, it's a lottery system in Thailand when you marry a Thai. A lottery system. Did you even think about what you said, man? Lottery system. Let's go there, okay? Lottery system. So you think just rolling a dice and picking a lucky number, woman. No, it's not. If you're educated by watching some of my posts, sharing my videos, and exposing how to protect yourself in Thailand, we have more protection marrying a Thai than marrying a Western girl. In Australia, or where I come from, when you marry there, they've got this thing called property pool. If you don't believe me, put in Google property pool separating Australia. It'll come up straight away, right? These property pool, she gets automatically, not disrespecting any girls, please don't think that. She gets automatically a lawyer's, legal advice, payments, food vouchers, accommodation, anything to do with separating from your husband, yeah? And also when you read down a bit further, it's on the first page, property pool, it will say she's entitled to the super, your retirement fund, whatever you accumulated from the time you got together to the time your divorce papers come, she's entitled to a percentage off that as well, off your super fund, yeah? So, and assets before, I guess, too. Read it, property pool. And there's no way around it unless you do up a premarital agreement, which you do that to a Western lady, 9 times out of 10, they're going to walk away and go, see you later, buddy. Okay? So when someone says commenting about with a Thai girl, so when you're marrying these Thai girls or Filipino girls, and if you've got all the paperwork in front of you and it's all the correct procedures, like I've been talking about the Coral 22 and make legal documents and you got your will all sorted out, you've got these girls over here haven't got free lawyers and all that sort of stuff to throw at the man. So am I biased towards picking up Asians? 100%. I think they're the best deal in the world. I think as much as it's nice to be comfortable off your own language and your own religion back home and so forth, I said to someone the other day, a close family, that it's when you marry someone from a different culture, from a different religion and different upbringing, you've got so much more to talk about. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Go for it, mate.
I always do. Thank you.
And where people are going wrong, is because they come from the same village or the same city, and they've got the same relationship or the same friends, and they know their ex-boyfriends or girlfriends and so forth. There's so much morosity there already. It's conflict of interest, so to speak, and that's where a lot of people are going wrong. And that's where when you date someone from a different country, whether he's Italian or Portuguese or whatever, that stigma is not there anymore. and that's where dating a foreigner is awesome. Like my relationship with my exes and stuff, my wife doesn't want to know nothing about it. They don't know about her, they don't care about her, and if I ever bring it up, I get a dirty look, which is the way it should be done, and vice versa. She's only had one boyfriend before me, and I throw the odd comment out there, just to remind her that I still remember, when I first met my wife, she was actually dating somebody else. They weren't close or anything like that, and I was like coming on to her, I'll be honest, I was coming on to her, she wanted, no, she's not interested, and okay, she goes, we can be friends and all that. About 12 months later, I'm waiting for my gap, No, I wasn't getting my gap, and I just sat back and waited, and then he sort of mucked up, he went, and I'm like, you're all right? She goes, yeah, we'll go for coffee, and we got chatting, and she was really unsure about me, really unsure, and I knew the day I seen her. I knew the first day I seen her that somehow we're going to make it work, and somehow we're going to be together. And then when it started, it was just so much that she wanted out of different looks in life, and I wanted to go a different way. And I was like, okay, maybe it's not for real. And my heart's screaming, I had 10,000 other girls I could have gone and chased, but I wanted this particular one, and she had, village acne and stuff like this from the metal in the water in the village, and the just the freshness and naive of the world, And I tried to explain to her that not all the world's perfect, and beautiful. She goes, no, because she was Buddhist and so forth, and she'd been brought up from a lovely military family. She didn't believe there was any bad people in the world. She didn't. She thought sometimes bad people do bad things wrong, And until I took her home to Australia, and I had a boat, and just down the marina on the same pier that we lived on, one of the houseboats there was a guy. There was a guy that got murdered, and they took the body on a little dinghy around the corner and buried it, and come back, but the body was actually killed on the houseboat. And then when it all got barricaded off by the police, she's like, Dale, what happened? And I'm like, nothing, she like. And then she found out, she goes, that happened just over there. She goes, you said this place was safe. Well, it was before that. So, thanks, Australia. Wow. Anyway, that's my 2 cents for the day. I got my Americano, and go and throw some weights around at the gym, I guess. So I'm not going to give up on the YouTube. I think it's my next challenge in life. I want to take it some serious places, and whether I make $1 or not doesn't really worry me. But if I can just help one person, not get scammed, or show the right direction in life, or make life easier for somebody than it was for me relocating to Thailand, I've done my job. So anyway, peace out. 2026 just cracked on here. Enjoy your day, guys. Thanks for watching.